morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're shining as bright as the stars. Okay, my delicious babies. Well, but unfortunately, we cannot see any stars, my delicious little babies. We do not seem to get any in our old Brummy land for some strange reason, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so the time now is nearly 6 o'clock p.m. on the 15th of February 2025, my delicious little babies, okay? And yes, it's been raining. If it's raining, it's raining. So it's been raining nearly all day, my delicious little babies, okay? So I'm not even going to say it, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? You feel like a stuck record because it's every single flipping effing day, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, not to worry, not to worry. Well, when we do get the occasional, if the sun cracks out, my delicious little babies, that is an occasional thing now these days, my delicious little babies. Well, it's a joy to see. Okay, my delicious little babies. I never thought that I'd get to the age of 51 and, just be so super duper happy just to see a little bit of sunshine, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Because when I was younger, decades ago, anyway, I'm not old now, but, we used to have, there we are, plenty sunshine. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Because I can remember back then, there we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And I'm sure that for some of your beautiful little selves, if you're around the same age as myself, that you too would remember that. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Times were so different then, so different. Anyway, so I've just squeezed myself 2 oranges, my delicious little babies. Oh, they're ever so sweet and juicy. And 1 grapefruit, my delicious little babies. So, yeah, so I've just been knocking that back, please and thank you. Okay, my delicious bags, so delicious, especially when it's all fresh. It's just, there we are, it's just really lovely and delicious. Anyway, it's so refreshing, you know what I mean? Some, I should imagine, would probably, pop a couple of ice cubes in there, my delicious babies, but I just prefer it like that. You see what I mean, okay? Anyway, my delicious babies, so, like little Rubes, because when I go to the pet shop, anyway, she's once again, she's taken the squeak out of the squeak. So it's not squeaking anymore, my delicious babies. But what does that remind you of, that shape? We were seeing a lot of this shape, wasn't we, my delicious little babies? Going back a few years ago, wasn't we, my delicious little babies? It's amazing how the shape gets into pet shops. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Just thought I'd mention it, but yes, never lasted 5 minutes, the old squeak. So my little Ruby Tuesday, my beautiful little Ruby Tuesday, she took the squeak out of the squeak again. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean, the guy? Because my beautiful little Maisie Moo, she just does not like playing with toys or, little bells or anything like that now. She cannot be bothered with it, my delicious little baby. She'd just rather just have a sleep. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so there's no videos for today, okay? But what I'm going to say to you is I've had right flipping trouble, I have, getting flipping some oyster sauce, my delicious little babies, because I realised I'd run out of my oyster sauce, okay? But by that time, I'd already done my Waitrose delivery, so it was already on its way, okay? I'll order some more now this month, okay? But what happened was, but I need to use it. So I went up to me local shopping centre. I'll tell you how much it cost me, my delicious little babies. This one here cost me £1.49. And it's called Jade Bridge. My delicious little babies, Jade Bridge. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I've never heard of it. I said to your man there, I said, is this the real McCoy? Is it real? That's what I asked him, my delicious little babies, okay? Because, of course, that's, how much is it now? I can't remember. I think it must be about $2.50 or $3. Ka-ching, 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 you know what I mean, in Waitrose, okay, but I get the proper one. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I'm going to have to see how I get on with this. It looks thick enough, okay, but yeah, I've never heard of it before. I'll have to have a look, okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, £1.49. So that's the oyster sauce, my delicious little babies, and I can get on with things. Now then, the other thing I want to say to you is this, so do you think that I can get hold of onion powder, my delicious little babies? Because you see, I need the onion powder when I make my tuna patties, my delicious little babies. But the last time I made my tuna patties, I only had the garlic powder. So I went down to my local shops now, okay, and none of them sold onion powder, my delicious little babies. So I just thought, right, okay. So, but the shopping centre now, where I go, okay, it has completely changed, my delicious little babies. It really has, you know. And so you've got a lot of different shops, you know, where you can buy, you know, all around the world. Do you see what I mean, okay? Me personally, I'm only speaking for myself, my delicious little babies. I see this, there we are, as a good thing. That's me personally. I'm not just saying it. I see it, there we are, as a good thing. Because, you know, many of those shopkeepers, you know, are working many hours now, there we are, to make a bit of ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, okay? So those are the places that I do not mind. What my issue is when you have the shop, you know, that are there for a front, when behind is something else going on, there we are, my delicious little babies, see my shoulders, when I just said that. Do you see what I mean? Anyway. So this one here, my delicious little babies, I do not need my glasses for this one because you can quite clearly see it, okay, my delicious little babies, whereas with that label there, you know, how much it is, you cannot really quite see that properly. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Whereas this one here, onion powder, was from, you know, one of the Indian shops up at the shopping centre where I went, and this is a £1 now, my delicious little babies. It's called a Hera white onion powder, yeah, because it's amazing the taste, you know, in the tuna patties, when you put a small teaspoon of onion powder and a small teaspoon of garlic powder, sorry, because if you was to use chopped up garlic, if you chop the garlic up, it number one, it's going to be too bulky, and number two, is maybe going to be a bit too overpowering. Do you know what I mean? So that's why you use the onion powder and the garlic powder, my delicious little babies. Anyway, but I usually bang in a bit of chilli as well. So if I've got the fresh in, I'll use the fresh. You know, just like the little tiny red chilies, my delicious little babies. Or if I haven't, I'll just use, you know what I mean, and just bang that in as well. You know what I mean, my delicious little babies. Anyway. So I just thought I'd mention that. Now then, what have I got next for you? So yeah, another thing that I seem to keep having trouble getting hold of, because I'm going to show you, okay? It's just that on a particular day, I just never had it. Anyway, I still haven't got, because with this, you need to use chocolate. And the best way to melt chocolate, my delicious babies. I mean, for some of you, you already know this, my delicious babies, but you'd be very surprised at how many just do not know. No joke. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm telling the truth, okay? If you get yourself a Pyrex dish or a little dish, yes, put it on top of a saucepan. You know, there's hot water in the saucepan if it's, you know, boiling. Yes, okay? Then put your Pyrex dish on top, okay? Break off your desired amount of chocolate that you need for the ingredients, yes? And then just gently stir it, okay, until it melts, my delicious little babes. That's all you do. Then you just, you know, turn your, you know, your cooker off, and that's it. And just remove, you know, carefully, you know, in case it gets hot, you know, just, you know, with a tea towel or a cloth or something, and then just take it off and just put it to the side. Do you see what I mean? I don't know if any of you would have remembered, my delicious little babies, when we were at school and they used to make cornflake, chocolate cornflake. So you used to put the cornflakes in, okay, with a chocolate, okay, in those little cake you know, like you get for like little fairy cakes, you know, little fairy cakes, and then what they used to do then, you know, with the chocolate and the, you know, the cornflakes, I'm sure it was it Kellogg's, and then what you used to do then is just mix it around just very gently, and then just blob it into, you know what I mean, leave it to cool off and go solid, and then you've got another treat. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? There we are. That just came into my noddle as I was talking to you, my delicious little babies, do you see, okay? But with this, it's coconut. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So this is very difficult as well to get a hold of. What's this? East End. My delicious little babies. So how much is that? Again, we can see the price very clearly. Oh, but it's upside down, my delicious little babies. It's upside down, so I need to turn it the right way. So that looks to myself £1.39, my delicious little babies, £1.39. And this is desiccated coconut. So when I've been done doing what I'm doing now, you know, because it's going to be a coconut treat, my delicious little babies. The only reason why I'm doing it is because it came up on my feed, you know, on YouTube. And with myself, I always go for, there we are, like savoury, do you know what I mean? And it's really good, YouTube. I've got to be honest, it is really good, you know, because you can, you know, if you want to make a savoury dish or a sweet dessert, you know what I mean? It's really good, you know what I mean? And if you've got the ingredients, there we are, well then, you know, you're laughing all the way to the bank, aren't you, my delicious little babies? You know, because you've got to have a bit of sweet and savoury, do you see what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, so this is really hard to get hold of as well. So that's where the shops, do you see what I mean? For myself, there we are, it's very useful, okay? And of course, you know, they sell different types of, there we are, fruits and things like that. Now then, you've got all different types of shops, my delicious little babies. But I said to your taxi driver there now then, on the way, but so I just thought I'd show you that, my delicious little babies. So I said to him, I said, you know, Stratford Road, don't you, driver? Right. And he said, he says yes. And I said, well, please do not take me the wrong way. He said, no, I would never do that, Carly, you know what I mean, okay? And I says, but this up here now, I said, reminds you of Stratford Road, doesn't it, my delicious dear driver? And he said, yes, it does. He agreed with me, my delicious little babies, and he's Asian. Do you see what I mean, okay? I said, so I didn't mean it's the wrong way. I said, it's all changed. And he said, yes, it has. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So one's noticed, like when I went into the shop to go and get these, because no. I bought these two, no, this from the one shop, and then I had to walk up a bit and then get these two from a few shops up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, anyway? But when I went in to go and get these, I did say, I said, please don't take me the wrong way now. Do you know what I mean? Because they were like Asian and everything, right? I said, please don't take me the wrong way. And I said, but I really struggled to get these, you know, these types of ingredients. Or say if you want to make a curry. Now, at one time, if you went up to that shop, you know, shopping centre, I'm stumbling slightly here. When you used to go up there, you just couldn't get, you know, because you need a number of things now, you know, for curries, do you know what I mean? And of course, you know, for some curries, they use bay leaf and, you know, things like this. Now, anyway, I already bought some out of Waitrose for that. Anyway, my delicious little babies, but very, very hard, difficult to get hold of. Do you see what I mean? Yes. But now, with all of these shops, there we are up there, you've got much more variety. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And not only that, but you're helping to support your local little shopping centre. That's, there we are, the point I'm making. Do you see what I mean, okay? There's nothing wrong. It's not all in fancy packaging. Not at all, you know, you get a carrier bag and you get a brown bag or something, you know what I mean? If you've got your fruit or whatever else, you know, your vegetables, you know what I mean? And they're very much for that. And I will say that, my delicious little babies, the amount of shops and the amount of, there we are, fruit and veg and everything, my delicious little babies. So I see this, there we are, as a very good thing. So I help to support my little shops down the road from myself. I help to support the taxi drivers. I help to support the local little shopping centre, you know what I mean? Because What is it that Tesco's used to say? Ding, ding. Every little helps, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? So maybe this is a sign of, there we are. So that's something else that just came into my noddle. Maybe this is a sign of things to come, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Because if you cannot get certain produce or products, say from your supermarket or something like this now then, because they only started introducing like the little sections, how many years ago now? It wasn't so long ago, my delicious little babies. Then you have a little tiny section, like for a different, nationality, whether it be Indian or, like that, or because I haven't been to those supermarkets for so long now, many years, my delicious little babies. So I do not know how it is now. Okay, my delicious little babies. But yes, you just couldn't get. So if you wanted to make a delicious meal, unless you got wheels, brum, do you know what I mean, to go and drive out to go and get it. But this, I find, there we are, much more convenient, my delicious little babies. But I don't have a problem like that. I do not see it as, everything has been taken over, because I do not see it like that. Because I see it as, they just want to, there we are, prosper and earn a living as well. We've all got the same colour blood running through our veins, like I said, my delicious little babies. There we are, do you see what I mean? So I see it as a good thing. So I got everything I needed, okay? And like I say, it was flipping raining. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? But I thought, no. I've got to come in one shop, up the road, into another shop. Do you see what I mean, okay? But I genuinely believe that I saved, there we are, myself some ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, okay? Very happy now. I'm very happy, my delicious little babies. So when I've made my coconut treats, because I haven't got the chocolate at the moment, my delicious little babies. What I'm going to do really is just hand this out to anybody who likes coconuts and chocolate, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? And we'll just see what their thoughts are. Okay, my delicious little babies. It's just something, different to try, isn't it? You know what I mean? But for myself, I love cooking. Do you know what I mean? So I don't like baking. Flipping cannot stand baking, my delicious little babies, no. Anyway, it's only because I do not have such a sweet tooth. If I had like a super duper Sorry about that, my delicious little babies. It's all right, that was my dog and bone. I'm hoping it's not going to go again, okay? Because it's been hopping all day. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Still problems. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a moment. So I went into Arsland, because I went in there before I went into the other shops, because I'm pretty sure that I seen the proper oyster sauce the last time I went in. But that was, I think, about a month ago. Do you see what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I've seen it, and I should have flipping picked one up. Do you see what I mean? And they moved all the shop around. And then when I looked, I just couldn't get what it was I wanted, okay? But what I did see, and I was flipping, banging, super duper happy about this. Look at this. Mayflower. My delicious little babies. Now, I used to get these off a famous site, which begins with an E, okay? And what they used to do, I'm going back years ago now, there we are, I'm going back years ago now, right? And I used to purchase, you get 3 for a tenner, my delicious little babies. So it was 3 for a tenner, okay, my delicious little babies. And this, just this one here, it serves 2. Okay, my delicious little babies, I'll show you now. Let me just show. I was really flipping banging happy when I flipping seen this, because they also do the extra hot one, my delicious little babies. But I'm not keen on the. I can take the heat, you know what I mean, but not like Vindaloo or even Madras. That's rather hot for me, my delicious little babies. But I can take heat. Do you see what I mean in my mouth? Do you know what I mean? Like, like sauces and things, you know what I mean? But not like flipping Vindaloo. My dad used to love a Vindaloo. He used to make it from scratch. The sweat used to be pouring off him. And then after that, he'd have a cup of coffee. Because he said to me, he says, when you're in a hot country, right, and he was in the army as well. You're in the army now. Decades ago when he was a lot younger. My delicious little babies, bless. He used to say, if you're in a hot country, you know what I mean, rather than keep drinking cold drinks. He said have a hot drink. Do you know what I mean? Because because sometimes with a cold drink, it can react with your tummy. And I have, there we are, myself experienced that, my delicious little babies. It sort of goes, whoosh, 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 whoosh. It's like a flipping washing machine, do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies. So I did get where he was coming from, in my later years. Although, I always liked coffee from when I was young anyway, so I just used to, when he said it, I just used to say, oh, I'll have a cup of coffee then, do you see what I mean, okay? But he was not one to allow us to have really, really, I cannot even remember him even buying one bottle of Fizzy Pop, never. Okay, my delicious babies, he just wouldn't buy it. And cordial, he never liked that either. That would make him heave. Do you see what I mean? So what my dad would do, there we are, is buy the fresh orange juice. You know what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? That's just how he was. That's just how he was brought up. And I personally do not see that as a bad thing at all. My delicious little babies, not at all. Anyway, so that's it there, okay? That's what it looks like. In your little takeaway tray. And and then what you do is you have to use cold water for this. So to do this, you need cold water, okay? So it's as if you're doing like a packet soup, one of those small flat pack, like this, like a little packet soup, you know what I mean? It's like that. You need to use cold water, okay? And then you just need to keep stirring it. Do you see what I mean? Okay, until it thickens up. But this is the nearest. In fact, to be honest with you, I actually feel that that's better than a takeaway. It's better than a takeaway, my delicious baby. So when I seen this in Iceland, I thought, flip me, Iceland, you're flipping bringing in some banging stuff. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but I love this Mayflower. So I was in my element. So guess what? I bought two. My delicious little babies, I bought 2 boxes, okay? So yeah, so I'm probably going to use that. I think I might use a bit of this later now. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, because I'm doing a bit of Chinese, okay? So that's that. And anyway, finally, what I want to tell you, so yeah. So, but if you can get that, mix, if you like, takeaway, do you know what I mean? That's absolutely beautiful. Really, really is, okay? And like I said, because some takeaways, I do not know what they do with the curry sauce, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? It doesn't taste right to myself, but that is beautiful. And the other good thing about that is that you can put in your desired amount. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so so you don't want it to burn your mouth where blurs your socks off, because if it blurs your socks off, then you're missing the taste, aren't you, my delicious little babies? But if you can just put in the right amount that you want, there we are. I actually see that as a better idea myself, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so good on you, Iceland, and good on you, little shops. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But that's where I feel that, there we are, this will pretty much go, my delicious little babies. Maybe ones will start to, that's what I was going to say, maybe start to move away from the larger, corporation, like supermarkets, and maybe they're going to be going into, do you see what I mean? There we are, my delicious little babies. It could very well, there we are, be going that way, my delicious little babies. Okay, remember what I said about Waitrose and what I was told by the driver? He said that they're closing the larger stores and they're making smaller little supermarkets. Do you follow what I'm saying? My delicious, there we are, little babies. Do you see? Anyway, finally, so I've had a call today, not long before I've just come on my dog and burn, okay? And it does really seem to be something, there we are, happening here, my delicious little babies. Then I'm going to end my video, okay? And thank you so very much for anybody, for any of you, my little beautifuls, for even listening to my videos, okay? Thank you for any likes, and thank you for any occasional comments. Thank you. How I love you all so, okay? Because I only try to help the world, do you know what I mean? I know I get peed off sometimes, you know what I mean? But all I try and do is help, there we are, the world. Do you see what I mean, okay? But as I always say, who's meant to, there we are, listen, shall listen. Who's not meant to, will not. Simple things, you see what I mean? So I got this call, didn't I? And said, could you please help me? I said, so what appears to be the problem? So they've got a problem with the neck, problem with the shoulders, and he said since he's been on a holiday, okay? He said he's now got a problem with his arm and he cannot push his arm out the full way, you know, like what I've just done. You see what I mean? My delicious little babies. So I asked him a question and I said, well, can I please ask you? I said, please do not think me rude or cheeky for asking you. He said, yes. He says, you can ask me. I said, did you take any injections at all? He said, well, what do you mean? So I said, he said, oh yes, I took 3. I went, there we are. I went, you took 3? He said, yes. I said, okay. I said, did you have any side effects? He said, well, the first one, nothing. And he said, what did he say? I think he said the second one, nothing. But when he had the third one, he was getting like a flu, like the flu. Do you see what I mean? Mad delicious baby. And he said, that may have been because I had the flu along with the third and the other. And he said, I'm sure it was just a little reaction. I said, oh, a little reaction. I said, so how long's your arm been like this for now then? He said, well, since August last year. I said, oh. I said, well, okay. I gave him some suggestions of what to eat, there we are, and everything. And he said, well, why do you feel I need to do that? And I said, you need to do it really. I said, because I said to break down, there we are. I said, whatever's in your body, you have to find some way of breaking something down now. You know, that's what I said. Okay, my delicious little babies out there, okay? So, yeah, so he's going to pop and see me tomorrow, my delicious little babies, and see what can be done. But, and he says, we can have a proper conversation tomorrow. I said, yes. I also directed him, because he happened to mention as well he's got diabetes. Now, I've just had a taxi driver on the way home, my delicious little babies, this evening, and he said, is there any way you can give me some advice? I've got diabetes. So that's 2 now I've just spoken to in the space of under an hour, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and they seem to be affecting as well the men. My delicious, there we are, little babies, okay? So I said to your driver there, so I said, do you have a pen and paper, please? You know, I was on my way back. I said, do you have a pen and paper, please? And thank you. So, he said, here we are. Okay, he just was driving. So I said, if you go on to BitChute, I said, then you can either look at news and politics. I said, should you happen to have an interest? I said, but you need to scroll down. I said, you need to look at health and medical. I said, because they do talk an awful lot on there to do with that. And to do with blood pressure issues, my delicious babies. Actually very good, you know. There are really banging videos to do with all of this. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Now then, my delicious babies. So I also told, on the Dog and Burn, just before, like I said, I come on the camera. I also said for him to go on to BitChute because he said he's diabetic as well, my delicious little babies. Now, yesterday, what I forgot to tell you, when I was going shopping, so I was talking to another taxi driver. And he said to me, he said, do you remember? He says, when he said, I picked you up, he said, weeks and weeks ago. I said, yes. And he said, do you remember when you said, do I need anything from the shop? Because I said to him, I said, look, I said, I'll get you a little treat. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. And he said, well, what you bought me? I couldn't understand him properly. I asked him twice what it was, what he was saying to me. Because he's not feeling well himself. He's got diabetes, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Can we see a theme here? My delicious little babies. Okay. Very sadly. So he said, that thing that you bought me, he said, was marvellous. It was something Chinese I got him. Okay. And he said, I bought it him like as a treat. You know what I mean? Not in that way, not in that way. It was as a treat. You know what I mean? Okay. Sometimes I do that. I get the drivers some fruit. You know, sometimes I say, oh, can I have a soft drink or a water or something like that? It's no trouble to myself, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's only a bit of change, isn't it, my delicious little babies? You know, it's not going to hurt anybody, is it? And he said, since you bought me that, he said his sugar levels started to go down. He said it was helping him. Look at that, my delicious little babies. I said, well, thank you so very much. I said, there we are. I said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I said, at least I did something, there we are, to help you. He said, yes. He said, it's really helped me. And he was keeping it up as well. Yeah, it's something Chinese, he said, but I can't remember what it was I bought. I think it must have only been, what, about £1.50, you know, ka-ching, that's it. Do you see what I mean? I says, you have that and take it home with you for you and your family. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But he said, yeah. But with that driver yesterday, he said what he's doing as well is fasting twice a week as well, to try and sort his diabetes out. So he is making a conscious effort, bless him. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But this is it's very difficult. But for anybody out there, my delicious little babies, if you know anybody, okay, please go on BitChute on Health and Medical. And I'm telling you, you have got some fabulous. And if you know anybody with high blood pressure, low blood pressure, they talk about all of that, my delicious little babies. I actually found BitChute to be, there we are, a wonderful site. I really, really do. The only issue that I have is with my notifications lately. So there's a couple of different uploaders. One is our lovely, and with anybody not in that way, our lovely David Ark, okay? And then the other one is our lovely, and again, not in that way, our lovely Mag Bitter Truth Nation, Mag Bitter Truth. For some reason, I just do not get the notifications, my delicious little babies. For our lovely David Ikes, it comes hours later. But with our Mag Bitter Truth, bless, no. So even though I'm subscribed to himself, sorry, I do not receive the notifications. I just found that rather odd, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? But other than that, it's a banging site. It really, really is, my delicious little babies, okay? And there we are, you do learn an awful lot, you know. Do you see? Anyway, so that's the end of my video, okay? So if it's night time wherever you are, night, sleep tight, watch the bed books don't bite. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies, and please continue to good vibrations, okay? And also please take care of yourselves, and please try to take care of others in this bonkers, crackers and crazy world that we find ourselves in right at this moment in time. And also, remember that song, our beautiful little Whitney Houston, you know, each day I live, I want to be one moment in time, my delicious little babies. What year was that, my delicious little babies, anyway? And the lyrics. Anyway, oh, bless her. Beautiful little Whitney Houston. Not in that way, okay? But I was so super duper upset when she passed away. I really, really was, you know, my delicious little babies. Banging, beautiful voice. One of the most beautiful voices in the world. Do you know what I mean, okay? Very sadly taken too young, my delicious little babies, anyway. And sending peace, love, harmony and bright blessings to each and every one of you, and please try to take care of others as well, you know what I mean, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected, okay, my delicious little babies. So until my next video, to you all, thank you once again for listening. Thank you for everything, okay? You're so beautiful, okay? And may each and every one of you, there we are, be fully and truly blessed in all of your lifetimes. I just thought I'd just tell you this, sorry, just before I go. I was told by somebody else today, my delicious little babies, who this was a psychic, my delicious little babies. And they told me that I'm going to receive a windfall in the next 18 months, my delicious little babies. And I says, well, I do not gamble because I do not do the lottery or anything like that, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? And he said, no. He says, you're going to be, there we are, having a windfall. I said, oh. Okay, so that was lovely news, wasn't it, my delicious little babies? For my ears, okay, my delicious little babies. So it was good to hear, you know. Of course, I'm not sure where it's coming from, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but no, because I still want my narrowboat. That's what I want, my delicious little babies. I want my narrowboat. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So I mean, years ago, somebody told me that this elderly couple, they had a narrowboat, and they decided that they never wanted it anymore. This is somebody who I know, my delicious little babies, okay, and it's their friends, okay. So this elderly couple sold their narrowboat in perfect, as near as perfect condition, okay, to them. I think, when was it? About 5 years ago. Guess how much they paid, my delicious little babies? Because you see, the dear elderly couple, it was not about the ka-ching, ching, ching. It was just for their beautiful birth to go to a beautiful home. So this couple who were younger, they bought it for £5,000. My delicious little babies, look at that, £5,000. I said, flip me. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? No, it's got to be longer than 5 years ago. It's got to be. But I thought, look at that. You know, so if you can get something like that now, then there we are. You're super duper flipping banging lucky. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, but you know, for myself. Oh, and this one also told me that said I will have my narrowboat. No joke, my delicious little babies. And I got this free information, my delicious little babies. So, I mean, that makes a change. It's usually myself giving somebody a reading, do you know what I mean? Not the other way around. So I was very thankful and grateful, and I did say thank you. I said, that's so very kind of you, you know, because I never asked him or anything. And he turned around and he said, yes, he said, and you'll have your narrowboat. He said, within 5 years. I said, what flipping super duper news, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? So what I wanted to do with that as well, you know, because that's like a business, what I wanted to do, do you see what I mean? Okay, so, you know, at the moment, it's a case where, you know, you got to get your fingers, there we are, in many pies, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, if you follow me? Okay, my delicious little babies. So you just take care now. Sorry, I just have to remember it while I can. But I've also said it now, so I can remember when he said it to me. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and then yeah. But of course, when you're a psychic, it means that you see forward, you see right ahead. See, I can only really see, with most, probably 12, 18 months. Do you see what I mean? But others can see, you know, that little bit further. Okay, my delicious little babies, so you just take care now. So much love. That's all the news for today, okay? Love you. Take care. Thank you. Good night and goodbye.